Hi everybody. Starting a little video just to talk to you for a few minutes. I'm seeing a general trend of late work and low participation, and I'm wondering where everybody went. Want to make sure you know that I see this, and I'm not sure if it's end of semester stress because physical on-campus classes are probably taking more of your attention and mind. But I wanted to take a second to check in and make sure you're not confused and know what you should be doing on this project. This is a fun, quick, kind of fun, light end of semester project. I specifically chose it because I thought it would be a good place to end your graphic design adventure and just a light look at typography, but still let you do some of the skills you were practicing in the poster layout in a digital way. So at this point, it's time to jump in and see what you can do. There is, since we haven't talked about typography, there is some prep work to do. You do need to read this Thinking with Type book that I've included in your content. And what you're looking for is just the first section, which is on letter. So it's just going to be about the parts of the letter, um, how how typographers design letter forms, what are the terms that are used, um, things that you could look for, and really I think as you read, you'll notice that it pulls in a lot of terms from Gestalt, such as like figure ground and closure and things like that. But there's definitely typography has quite a bit of unique terms and vocabulary that it's good for you to have a general awareness. Since this is so specific, I put together, I think, just a quick little quiz on the reading to make sure that you understand exactly what were kind of the main highlights or big important things. You can find both of those here in your content. So if you go to Modular Alphabet, here you find the assignment sheet. Here's actually a to-do list. And Thinking with Type is right here. This is the quiz that you take. This is a link to FontStruct. This is what I would like you to watch. It's actually a link to a how-to video of FontStruct. So the nice thing about this video is it's short. This is the nice, like, fun software we're going to use to build this typeface. A lot of students really like working in FontStruct. It's very nice, like, pleasing, easy way to work. And you still have, like, quite a bit of options. So it'll lead you through the process, but I wanted you to be aware of what a lot of your limitations will be. So sketching on grid paper is going to be really helpful because it's going to set it up kind of in the same way that FontStruct does. This is a modular alphabet, so you have a lot of limitations on the way you can fill in the cell and when you can use a curve or not and what kind of that shape palette will look like. Go back. So there's three kind of prep research work to do. Let me go to my list. Once you've done that, it's time to start sketching on paper. So it's good to sketch the letters H, O, and P. Start with H, and then you can do O. You actually am recommending that you watch this segment on Helvetica. This is from Matthew Carter, and he's a type designer for Microsoft. He does a lot of computer fonts, so he's done Verdana and Georgia, you'll see. But he'll show you his process, which starts in the same way. So as you draw a lowercase h, what you have is some information about what a straight line you want to look like and what you want the curves to look like here. He also is going to point out how you're also able to define if you want this to be a serif or a sans serif. And it's kind of fun if you do choose serif. There's quite a bit of fun like slab serifs, bracketed serifs, things that let you add some nuance and fun to that. Once you decide to do what your H should look like, the next thing you sketch is your O. This is something that by first glance usually looks perfectly symmetrical, but you'll notice this inside O, the inner counter is what you'll call it. The inner counter can actually have a little tilt, like a little axis, and I think you'll see that in the Ellen Lupton in the Thinking with Typetext. But once you have your H and your O, you're going to also have information on what the other letters should be. So you'll see that actually gives you this same curve is the exact same curve here. This same straight line is the same width and dimension as this straight here. Once you have a lowercase p, once you have an H, you have an N and a U. You can see it's basically exactly the same, and this is that, but inverted. You'll actually have, once you have a P, you have D, B, and Q. And then Carter starts to put these into words. So go ahead and watch the little video, but what I would like you to first do is some sketches, spending a fair amount of your time on H and O and P. Then I lead you into doing some follow-up sketches on decisions you make in H, O, and P should be carried through to B, D, Q, C, L, F, T, and you'll start to really fill in your alphabet. Once you get to this part, you could just go ahead and go into FontStruct and start building make the dang thing. So have fun. Know that we are building your end of this project is actually going to be a spec book, like so a spec book is usually a character set of the alphabet. So it has A through Z, and then I asked you guys to do numbers, so you have your numbers, your figures right here. And then Alex, which is a past student, actually put together, put the alphabet into words. So this FontStruct alphabet, you'll actually be able to save and download and use in Illustrator. This is a fun poster layout. You can see that hers folds and it spells out some words. So it's a little fun, but it actually does follow the requirements of showing 0 to 9 and A through Z. So we're not going to worry about uppercase or lowercase. We're just going to worry about lowercase this time around and focus on that. So this is, again, just a reminder of clarifying what your end is going to be. But first, you have to actually start on paper and then build it in this. To be able to do that really well, I'm requiring that you do some prep work of reading the text, just that section, and sketching, and I would watch the Matthew Carter Helvetica link. Okay? Well, I'm looking forward to seeing your work and hope you triumph and power through your last few weeks. The semester is wrapping up pretty quickly. So best of luck, and reach out if you'd like to talk or have a video FaceTime. Okay, see ya next week.